Hello lads, lassies, and those of unspecified gender, it's the Irishman here, and today we're going to be talking about what would have happened if Goku had the OmniTrix. This is the fourth part to this what if, and if you have not already seen the other three videos on this topic, I would really recommend you go check those out before coming back to this one, if you enjoyed of course. There is a playlist linked in the description below for your viewing ease as well as pleasure, and with all that out of the way, let's get into the story of this what if. As the stories go, villains are never born, but made. However, does that apply to demons? A couple million years ago, an organization was formed to make sure that the timeline was kept secure. This was the Time Patrol. There's one in every what if we cover. However, this one, there is not. With the aid of Trunks, Elder Kai, countless Time Patrollers, they were able to keep the timeline safe from the likes of Toa and Mira. However, when it came to Demon God Demigra, well, things went a bit differently. See, Demigra was a demon with the powers of a god, the god of time itself. However, even he was still pushed by the likes of Super Saiyan 3 Goku, Trunks, who was vastly more powerful than at the end of the Cell Saga, as well as whatever the main character of your original Xenoverse game was. But that's the original tale of events. This one is far different. Demigra would have escaped far prior to the likes of Trunks joining the Time Patrol or Goku being accessible to any of them. This version of Goku was still on his beaten path. And for Trunks, well, he might not even end up being born here. So Demigra coming back sooner means the Time Patrol is rather defenseless, except for all of the rookie patrollers that they still had guarding the place, but they would fall with ease. The only person left to guard the sacred timeline from Demigra was Supreme Kai of Time. Cronoa would use every last little bit of her power. She couldn't bring back the fallen Time Patrollers, and she couldn't undo the damage that Demigra has caused. In fact, she couldn't even kill him in a conventional sense. So what is she to do? Well, she uses up every bit of magical potential, every last drop of energy in her body to take away his godhood. After all, the demon god without godhood is just a demon. And even though he would still be incredibly powerful, he only has a fraction of the strength he once did. So now, as a final up yours, Cronoa would send him into the sacred timeline. It might seem a little backwards since she didn't want him to be able to destroy it, but now with the power he has, so little in comparison to what he did a moment ago, she believes that maybe, just maybe, the Z-Fighters can take down the monster now known as Vilgax. Everything on Earth is peaceful, everybody is celebrating, as they have recently defeated Frieza, something they never believed possible, and now, having brought peace to the universe, they decide it's time for festivities, so they throw a party, they pop champagne, and they have a good time. And they're not just celebrating the defeat of Frieza, as they're also celebrating the addition of a new member to the Sun family tree, that being Kevin, as he was still only a kid, around 16, 17 years old, and Goku would want to take him in, give him a place to stay, so he would adopt him, giving Gohan a new older brother too. Although, as they're all having a jolly good time, suddenly a new face would join the fun, one they don't recognize. Although he isn't here to play pin the tail on the donkey or throw darts, rather he's here to warn of a new threat. This is Trunks. He's a warrior from the future, here to warn that in 3 years' time, 3 miles east of South City, a new threat will emerge, 2 ultra-powerful androids, and if they have any hope of surviving, they need to be in tip-top shape. But Goku asks him to just back it up a minute, cause that is just an insane ball to drop on all of them. And at the same time, how are they supposed to know it's true? Granted, if it is, then they'd rather have the information than not, but he's provided no real evidence, they're just kind of going off his word. But then Trunks would turn into a Super Saiyan, and this, alongside the Capsule Corp jacket that he's wearing, means he has to at least somewhat be connected to the group, since the only Saiyans they know about, the only living ones at least, are on Earth, and the Capsule Corp jacket supports that he probably came from someone connected to Bulma, and with all this in mind, they do take him a bit more seriously than not. But now, with everybody believing him, Trunks would bring up a more pressing matter, the fact that he saw somebody else in the time stream, somebody that bumped into his time machine and sent him ricocheting here. It's odd because, well, this is the place he was aiming to go, but it feels different, like in some way he went to the wrong spot even though it appears to be the right destination. Maybe he just saw something out of the corner of his eye that looked a bit strange, or maybe his eyes are just playing tricks on him. Either way, he has a bad feeling about this, so he warns all of the past warriors before heading home. He gets in the time machine and floats in the air. A white light encompasses him before fading away. This isn't right, this isn't supposed to happen. But then, as Trunks tries to reinitiate the time patrol process, or time travel process, it doesn't work. He falls down to the ground in a fiery explosion as the machine is completely incinerated. Everyone would rush over, helping their future friend, but he's fine. He's a Saiyan, a Super Saiyan at that, but the fact that the time machine's destroyed is absolutely terrifying. It was the only way back to his home. Bulma would give Trunks aid, helping him up and bringing him over to a bench, before then examining him and making sure he's not hurt. However, he insists he's fine, but he believes something even more catastrophic is in play. However, suddenly a distress signal would come from another room. Back in the garage of the Brief's family, a radio would begin to beep furiously, before then picking up a signal as it transmutes a terrifying message. The entire Universal Alliance is dead. All of the Galactic Patrol prisoners killed in a single moment, including Moro, who is heavily weakened from not having his magic. As for all of the innocent lives, the warriors who were sent to go protect the universe, they were killed easily and mercilessly by a single man known as Vilgax. Jocko was the only one left alive to send a message to the most powerful beings in the universe, the Z-Fighters, the people who still proclaim themselves heroes. The message wasn't just a simple "Hi, how you doing?" No, it was a challenge. But past that, it was a threat. A promise that Vilgax will come to Earth and do the same thing to them. Kill every last one of them just to prove he can. But then he would ask through fainted breaths if they understand, if they got the message, and they would say yes. Bulma, Goku, Kevin, all of them, they would say that they understood. Then Jocko would suddenly be shot straight through the head with a high-powered energy blast, straight in his cranium point blank, by the man who killed all of his comrades. With the Universal Alliance dead, the only people that could possibly stand up to this monster were the Z-Fighters. But were they really up to the challenge? And that, my friends, is where we're going to be ending this video for today. Tell me in the comments, did you like it, did you hate it, what'd you like to see next? Either way, I'd love to hear it. And I also hope you enjoyed watching, because I certainly enjoyed making it. And if you could please, like the video, subscribe to the page, and hit the notification bell, that way you're notified whenever I release any new videos. That would be very much appreciated. And with all that out of the way, this is, always has been, and always will be the Irishman. Talk to you later. Bye.